Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Whew. How's everyone doing? What's everybody up to? What is everyone up to? I'm good. Busy. I've been busy. You look fresh today. Thank you. I shaved today, so I look fresh. But other than that, I am not fresh. Get ready to sleep. Not yet. It's too early. Do you know that Kyungsoo is debuting soon? I did know that. I heard, or I saw. I saw. Keep safe and healthy. You too. Hi, I'm Nikki from India. Shout out to India. I remember when I went to this big, my friend in high school was from India. I mean, he lived in the United States, but he had this big party at his house, and it was like the coolest party ever. I don't know if it was a wedding. It might have been an Indian wedding. I can't remember. Or it was a birthday, just a really big birthday. And it was really crazy, and there was music and fun, and it was cool. Someone asked me thoughts on NCT comeback in September because I know MZMC did some of their songs. I'm interested to see their comeback. I mean, they've changed kind of their musical style since I worked with them. I have a lot of NCT songs. Not a lot. Maybe 10. Is that a lot? 10 NCT songs. But they haven't really done anything similar to what we used to do. One question. Did you do CX's new album that's coming out? No. I do have a song on the album. MGMC team has a song on the album. One song. But we did not. That's the first. So it's the first CX album we didn't do. We did the first 4. And then our contract ended. We had one leftover song, so that's coming out on the CX album. And then we might work on the next album, maybe. But yeah, on this upcoming one, we only have one song, and it's not the title. We don't have the title, so it's a B-side song. Do I have a YouTube channel? No. I know there was people in the comments saying I do have a YouTube channel, which is not true. I do not have a YouTube channel. Are you working with any SM groups? No. I have not worked with SM since December 2018. Although they have put out a few songs. Like they put out an NCT song in 2019 and one in 2020. And like they've put out stuff, but that was old stuff. So, but I haven't like actively worked with SM in a long time. Have you seen Kyungsoo album teaser? No, I didn't actually. Let's look that up. Oh, Mood Sampler. I think I did see this actually. Yeah, I saw this. It's only like 40 seconds. Yeah. I definitely saw that. How about DFTF? What's DFTF? Don't fight the feeling? Wait. Oh, don't fight. Yeah. Don't fight the feeling. I mean, it's so EXO. It was a good song. It's a fun song. But I will say that I was hoping that I think that was a song for the fans, to be honest. I think that whole album, the most recent, like, special album, EXO special album, I thought it was good. I thought it was for the fans. It was, like, fun kind of songs that we expect EXO to do. It wasn't anything, like, experimental is not the right word, but nothing that, like, pushed the boundaries like they used to do. But it's a fun song. Although, what was up with that music video? It was, like, all green screen. I don't know. What was up with that? That was weird. I wish there wouldn't, like, but SM in general now is, like, all green screen. Oh, wait. I have a complaint. Hold on. Not about EXO. But Okay. Can we just state right now? Espa, which is cool, whatever. But can SM stop fucking calling their things AI? Like, it's not AI. It's CG. All it is pre-programmed, pre-designed, like, animation. Why do they keep calling it fucking AI? They don't think for themselves. They don't interact on their own. They don't learn. It's literally just cartoon animation in their music videos. It's so weird to me that they call that AI. I don't know. Am I the only one who thinks that's stupid? I don't know. And I like the group. I think the group's cool, but like calling it AI, it's just CG. It's just it's bad animation is what it is. I don't know. Like it makes no sense. And like it's like when they're talking to each other in that video, it's all it's just essentially like a video game. That's all it is. Like I don't know. Sorry, I don't mean to be like rude to the group because it's a new group and I'm sure they're trying their hardest. It has nothing to do with the quality of the group. The group's cool. They look good. They have good songs. But like the whole AI, stop calling it SM. It's not AI. You're not like changing the game, SM. You're not like, oh, we created the new AI. It's not fucking AI. Sorry. Okay, my rant is over on that. But I just thought, like, they keep saying that. Oh, they're AI avatars. It's like, no. No. It's not what it is. Sorry. Okay. Okay, yeah. See, someone says, I don't know if I can complain because EXO has superpowers. Yeah, but that's a story. That's clearly, like, a story that they're telling. I'm not saying that... They should call them their animation avatars or their animation doubles, but they call them AI, which is artificial intelligence, which is robots that learn. Like that's literally artificial intelligence is thinking robots and shit, but they're not thinking robots. Like that's what's so stupid about it. It's probably the dumbest concept ever. But shout out. but again, this is gonna get clipped out of context. But I like the group and I like the songs and I think they're cool and their visuals are really cool and they're pretty and all that stuff. So it's not about the group. Shout out the group. It's just the marketing. I think the marketing is the dumbest marketing I've ever seen. Like, I don't know. Like, I will be blown away if they come out with an actual AI that's like an AI robot idol, then you can call that AI. Like, I will be so impressed. But if you're just doing CG animation, stop calling that shit AI. But anyways, also, can we talk about something else? How come nobody's talking about the fact that Kakao is buying like a huge portion of SM? Why is that that was like in the news and then nobody really talked about that? And to me, that's a huge deal. I love the Epic's album your team did. So amazing. Thank you. I forgot to promote that on, it's not on my thing, but we did do that whole album. What is Kwangya? What is Kwangya? It is not AI, it's avatar experience. Yeah, but all the articles that are released are talking about AI. Like right here, I have an article up right now and it's titled, What's Going On with K-Pop Group aespa and its AI Avatars? That's literally what it says on the article. So, either all the marketing is wrong, but still, it's also just CG. Did you listen to Runaway EXO? If no, you should. Yeah, I know that song. And that song was part of the I've had that demo for a long time. But hold on. EXO Don't fight the feeling. So what was the best song? What's everyone's favorite song off of Don't Fight the Feeling? B-side. Paradise, No Matter, Runaway, Just As Usual. Yeah, I know about Runaway. What, Cacao's buying SM? The article states that Cacao is buying not the whole thing, but I think a bigger portion of it. Yeah, Cacao Entertainment reportedly acquiring portion of SM Entertainment. And it would be derived by direct shares from Isuman, who owns 18.73%. And he's the highest shareholder. That's like a huge deal. Why is that not... Like, that's what's so funny about fans. Is like, they don't even, like... they don't even care about, like, the biggest news of all time. Yeah, that's crazy. Sorry, I'm quiet because even if the stake is sold, it is highly likely that Isuman, the representative producer, will be involved in producing new songs. I doubt that. Why would you sell your shares and stay? That makes no sense. I think that's bullshit. My guess is, I'm gonna make a guess. Here's my grand, and I have no evidence to back this up. If this is true, again, this is just an article I'm reading. If Cacao buys Isuman's shares of SM Entertainment, Isuman will probably be required to stay there for a few years, as is most deals like that, and then he will leave and start a new company. That is my bet. I will bet MMC that that's what happens. Yeah. Wait, someone asked a good question. I'm confused as to why Isuman is leaving. Even his nephew is CEO currently. Well, again, they did have a bunch of tax issues. So that could be a reason. Tax fraud, financial stuff. I know they got in trouble for that. I don't know. Maybe he's just tired. Like, sometimes you just get tired. I don't know. And again, this is just one. Actually, there's a lot of articles, but this is just one. It isn't confirmed yet, but it says it's more than a rumor. It says reports reveal Cacao is seeking to acquire direct shares from Isuman. And then SM came out and stated that they can't comment on it right now. Usually, if you say that, there's some truth to it. Yeah, SM shares fall on report of its majority stake going to either neighbor or Cacao. Yeah, pretty crazy. But anyways, sorry. Sorry. I know, but that's a big deal. B-side, Paradise. What if Suman left SM with EXO? That'd be hilarious. What if he just left with everybody and just started a new thing? No, you can't do that. That's not how that works. But I have a feeling. What do you think of Isuman? I mean, when I was there, he was smart and good, but I don't know about now. Like, I'm sure he's still smart and good, but I haven't interacted with him for a long time. You promised to release other versions of Tempo with 200 million views. I did not. I promised if we ever got to 400 million. I guarantee I said I didn't say 200. I said 400. I might have said 300, but it definitely wasn't 200. 200 million. Oh, there's so many like comments that I can't read because they're in. Is everyone here Iranian? Iranian? Is it Iranian or Iranian? Will you work with EXO again? I don't know about EXO. I would like I said, as long as I'll probably never work with SM again. So as long as they're there, probably not. However, I have been working with Lay, and he's in EXO still. So shout out to Lay. We're working on stuff for China. So yeah. So I guess that counts. I hope that counts. I said 200 million. All right, if you can prove to me that I said 200 million, I'm pretty sure I didn't. I think I said 300 or 400. Meow. I totally saw your comment, and meow. Shout out to Super Troopers. If that's what happened if Kakao by SM, does it get better for them? I honestly don't know. It just depends on how it works. It could just be a subsidiary that SM just keeps functioning on its own. It all depends. I'm not an expert in like mergers and acquisitions, but generally, when a big company like Kakao's huge, Kakao's way bigger than SM. Kakao's way bigger than even Hybe. Pretty sure. Before people get angry at me. I mean, obviously not stock price wise, but yeah. Revenue wise, Kakao is massive. They're $4 billion. They make $4 billion a year, and their net income is $1.5 billion. Yeah. So they're massive. So I don't know what it'll mean, but it'll just mean Kakao becomes literally the biggest music company in Korea by far. Well, I don't know. CJ might still be, but the biggest music company will be Kakao for sure. They probably already are the biggest music company. But people just don't know it because they do it. They have a bunch of subsidiaries and smaller labels. Like, they own Starship. They own The Boys. They own IU's label. They own... What else do they own? They own a lot of stuff. They own Melon. I remember that you said 250. All right, well, if we get to 250... I want to study. Tell me something to improve me, man. All right. You want to learn something? You want to learn something to improve? All right. Well, I'll tell you in a second. Let me think of something good. Oh, I'm so expecting EXO. Oh, well, a side note. We worked on the Boys' new album. I don't think that's spoiling it. I think the Boys come back. I think they already said they're coming back. Yes. Yeah, okay. I'm safe. We worked on the Boys' new album. So check out MGMC on the Boys' upcoming album. They announced they'll coming back in August. So that's next month. So yeah, shout out to the Boys. Love them. We've worked on a lot of their stuff. We did Salty. We did Daydream. We did Christmassy. Now we worked on their new album. So love the Boys. CIX album, I mentioned that earlier. We only did one song on their upcoming album, but the song's really cool. I really, really like. Actually, the song for the Boys album that's coming up and the song for the CIX album are both really cool. Like, I like them a lot. I don't normally, like, I'll pump up certain songs. Now, these songs, they're not titles. They're normal B-side songs, but I think they're pretty good for B. Like, they're almost title level, I think, but I think they're pretty good. So I think if you like the Boys or if you like CIX, I think you'll enjoy those songs. CIX full album, that's what I'm talking about. We just did one song on CIX's full album, but we are working for more CIX for the future. Have you worked with FX Music before? When I got to SM, they did their last album, but then I got to work with Amber and Luna, and we did a song called... Hold on. Amber, Luna... Lower. Sorry, I can't remember. That was like 4 years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago. So yeah, so we did a song for Amber and Luna. do you work with the actual idols like in the studio for vocal arrangements and stuff too, or do you just do song production? I've done, okay, so it just depends. Like, I've worked in the studio for vocal arrangement and like vocal direction for like Mark and TY from NCT. I've done it for, I had a song with like Ailey and Ravi, and so we were in the studio for that. So it just depends. And then sometimes we're not, because it's like all in Korean or whatever. I was in the studio for Lay a bunch of times for vocal direction and stuff. So it's just half. It's about half and half. I've been in the studio with the boys. Yeah. Are you in touch with EXO? No. Well, other than Lay's company and his team and him. Are you working with Kong Daniel again? Yes. So much Kong Daniel, and that's not a joke. We're working on so much music for him for the future. Like, I literally probably work on his stuff the most nowadays, because he's just like, he's got so much stuff that he's got planned. Can you still? We still have auditions. You can go to MZMC underscore audition or wait. What's the Instagram? I'm following it. It's MZMC audition Instagram, I think, and then you can audition. Oh, MZMC underscore casting. I'm sorry. MZMC underscore casting. And that's where you can. Where's my gum? I'm out of gum. Someone send me gum. I'm literally out of gum. Talk about Lay. Well, Lay seems to be becoming a big CEO himself. Like, I saw he's casting for his own group or idol. I don't know if it's an idol group, but he's casting for artists. He's training. He's got his own album. I know he's on like 1 million shows over in China. So he's real busy. But yeah. Google MZMC's Best Friend. The song? We do have a song. But is this something else? I don't know. Nothing came up. But we have a song called Best Friend. If you did EXO's new B-side Runaway, then shout out to you. That song had a very chill. Haven't really heard too many K-pop songs like that before. Runaway is from guys that were on the MZMC team. So that's probably why it sounds similar to MZMC. That demo's been around for years. Like, I had that demo. I actually pitched that demo to EXO years ago, and it never went anywhere. Obviously, I left SM, so then I guess they eventually used it. But I don't work with that team anymore, or those guys anymore, so. But it does sound like similar to other MZMC stuff. But yeah, yeah. Let's see. There's news that Coco Bob is originally for Red Velvet. Oh, that's 100% true. I mean, I've told that story 1 million times. So, if you want to hear the story about that, because there's a lot of misconception about how that happened. We wrote it. It was at an MZMC song camp in Korea, my song camp. We made it, and we actually, I remember it was, I think, Red Velvet had just done Dum Dum or Russian Roulette. I can't remember. It was one of those. So so we were trying to make like songs like that. So we made it for them. And then SM didn't like it. And if they tell you they did, that's some bullshit. They didn't like it. They put it as a hold. And what a hold means is like, oh, we kind of like the song, but not really. So it was never supposed to be a title. It was on hold for Red Velvet B-side. Like, for 9 months, nothing happened with that song. It just sat there. We made it in November 2016, and it just sat there. And then, or for 8 months, 7 months. And I gave the song to an artist in China. A big artist in China was going to use it as their title, a female artist. So the first two places it was meant for were female artists. And then EXO at the time was, because they were still looking for a title that was like Monster, because they had just done Monster the year before. And so SM kept saying, SM A&R team kept saying, like, we want, like, Monster Overdose, something like that, something, like, really aggressive. And so I will remember listening to Coco Bop and thinking, like, well, it would be cooler, since they've already done Monster and Overdose, it'd be cooler if they did something more chill and, like kind of sexy. So I took it, and I changed the key on it, went and met with the A&R team, said, hey, you should use this as EXO's title. And then the actual CEO of SM now, he wasn't the CEO at the time, he was the head of A&R. That's who I met with. Well, I met with the lower level A&R, and then we met with the upper level A&R. And then he played it for Suman, and Suman thought it was a great idea. And then it came, and then the EXO used it. And so that's how it happened. And to me, Coco Bop is probably the change. That's the change when EXO went from, like, their first phase was, like, was growing up and doing, like, unique, like, really unique thing, like idol R&B, and then, like, powerful stuff. And they still do powerful stuff, but then Coco Bop was when they switched to, like, mature sexy, because it was Coco Bop. Obviously Tempo was more, like, aggressive idol, but then you have Love Shot, you have Power, what else do they have? Obsession turned into more sexy. I heard you have a song for EXO. Is it true? MCMC has like 35 songs for EXO. But you mean new songs? No new songs. Yo, can I rant real quick? Well, I always rant. But, I like the change, and I like the earlier stuff and the later stuff. I think Coco Bop was the split of, like, maturity, because then they did the Eve, they did Coco Bop, Eve, Love Shot, although they're all MCMC songs, but, like, they went sexy, which I like. Your way of speaking is very good. Thank you. A lot of people do not agree with that. They think I'm crazy. I want you to work with Wavy. We did a song for Wavy came out. Comeback. My voice. I'm still a kid. My voice just cracked. A song called Comeback, and then a song called. They're very old songs. They came out recently, but they're very old songs. And then a song called. From last year came out called Electric Hearts, which I worked on, but years ago, and then it came out recently. Like I said, I haven't worked with SM in a long time, but they keep, like, putting out shit that occasionally, not a lot, but occasionally they'll put out shit that's old. Want more Love Shot song. Honestly, if you want music that's similar, like, that's inspired by EXO, listen to CIX. It's so funny that everybody says, like, oh, all the music sounds the same. And then you got a group like CIX, who I really like. I think they're really talented, not just because we did their music, but if you listen to it, it'll remind you, it's unique. It's not the same as EXO. I think the closest thing to EXO is Movie Star, their debut. But then from there, like, Jungle and Rebel and Cinema and, like, all these really cool songs. But it's like they're singing, and it's like R&B and pop, and it's like, I don't know, it just kind of, but it's like kind of sexy, like Jungle and stuff. So I don't know, if you like EXO, I think you'll like CIX, but maybe not. Who knows? CIX is EXO's sons. Kind of. CX Jungle is such a fire. Jungle is one of my favorite songs that I've made of all time. Fact. Of the MZMC team made, sorry. Shout out to Styles, Fuego, producing it. Shout out to Jackson Morgan and Mitchell Rose writing it. Jungle is one of the, I think, is one of the most unique K-pop songs ever. I'm sad it doesn't get more love than it does, but oh well, it's what happens. Bambi. Oh yeah, I was gonna rant. So I think it's so funny. This is not like a friend of mine, shout out to my friend, and they'll know who they are when I tell this story. So they sent me this video and of this hit producer, and I'm putting it in quotes because it's like, who's not a hit producer? Everybody says that, oh, hit producer of blah 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 song. It's like, all right, whatever. But I noticed he got a song. It became it's very popular. So you can't take that away. The song is like a massively popular song. So that is a fact. But it wasn't a song that was written for K-pop. How do I know that? It's because the song came out years before, and so it wasn't a K-pop song. But now all of a sudden he's a K-pop reactor, and he charges people on his Patreon to react to K-pop songs. And I'm like, people are paying for this shit? Like, you want me to, I'll react for shit for free. I will play you demos of songs that you guys know. Like I don't understand these, and it's funny, because, like, shout out, whatever, he can do whatever he wants, but it's so stupid. It's like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're not an expert. You have one popular, even if you have 2 popular K-pop songs, or 3 or 4, like, you're not an expert. Why are you charging people to react just because? I don't know. I'm telling you right now, all of these new producers and everybody that's trying to get into K-pop now, when I got here, there was nobody here but Koreans writing the music and Europeans. That was it. And mostly Scandinavians. And now it's like everybody's got to, like, talk about how they're K-pop experts when they get 1 or 2 songs in, like, it's just crazy. Like, MCMC has over almost 300 songs. 200 and something songs, I think. And we've made, like, probably 400, 500. And that's just K-pop. Like, and you don't see me posting, like, hit producer reacts to, like, I mean, people can do what they want, but to me, it's just like, it's kind of corny and cheesy. So to all you clout chasers out there on the K-pop fans, and you know what the sad part is? It's like, they have nothing new to say, because they don't really know the details of K-pop. They haven't been to Korea, or if they have, they've only been a few times. They don't really know how it works. They just had a few placements, a few songs, and then they talk about it like they're some sort of fucking expert. And I'm just like, oh, sometimes I just want to, I'm sounding like a bitter old man. As I get older, I know I'm a bitter old man, but it's like, I don't care. I'm like the grumpy grandpa on it, like, get off my lawn. What time is it? It's 2:23. Sorry. But that's my, and you know what's funny? I'm not upset if people can do what they want, but, like, I feel like fans, so this is, if you're going to clip anything, clip this. I think fans are so hungry for, like, they love their groups and they love K-pop so much, right? Which is the best part of, it's the best and worst part of K-pop are the fans, right? Because fans are so passionate, but also fans can be very, like, troubling sometimes. But that's the best part, is the passion from the fans. And they just want any little bit of information because of their love. They want to know, like, how was the song made? How is this done? Like, what is really going on behind the scenes? That's all they really want. And so you have all these new producers and songwriters and stuff who aren't really in K-pop that much. They have a couple things, and then they're out there talking about it, so people watch it like it means something. And to me, it's like, say something unique. You know what I mean? Give the fans something interesting and unique. A lot of people hate me, but what you can't say is that I haven't said unique things. I give my opinion. I'll tell you things that like that Red Velvet story, or the Red Velvet EXO Coco Pop story, that's a real story. Like, that's a story of how a song went from being made for one group and got to China and then all the way back to EXO. Like, that's a real behind-the-scenes story. Whether you like it or not, that's up to you. But, like, a lot of these people are out there just talking bullshit. It doesn't mean anything. And so I wish the new producers and whatever would actually say something interesting. So, sorry. Rant over. We do not understand what you're saying. Sorry. Well, maybe that's better. So it won't go crazy. But I don't know. I just feel like before like new producers and songwriters and stuff start being experts on K-pop, they should maybe like study and learn. Because I saw, the reason I'm ranting is because this dude was reacting to some of my songs, some of MZMC songs, and I was just like, oh, this is so cheesy and corny. Like I've already talked about these songs before. Why are you I don't know. I just thought it was cheesy. Like, the reason you have to react to other people's shit is because, like, you don't have enough out in the industry to react. Like, you can't talk about your own shit because you only have, like, one song, maybe two. Sorry. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I want fans to, like, get good. And the fact that he's charging, like, that's crazy to me. Like charging Patreon. So I guess if you really, really want to pay, it's not like he's doing anything wrong. If you really, really want to pay to see some bullshit, then I guess you can pay for that. But, like, that's what I feel bad for the fans. The fans just want good information, fun information, unique information. And, like, there's so much bullshit out there. So I feel bad. That's it. Someone says, I know who you're talking about. Sorry. We are here to listen to your rants. I know a lot of people are not here to listen to my rants. A lot of people are like, oh my God, why won't he shut the fuck up? Like, that's the funniest part is like, some people like him, some people don't. But again, as I get older and become an older man, I care less and less. I remember when I started these rants like a few years ago, and I would always get nervous, like, oh, like, what's going to... But now I'm just like, well, it doesn't matter. I guess you have to pay for this guy's Patreon reaction to see maybe he talks about more than sounds he hears or structure of the song. Yeah, but, like, sounds and structure, like, any producer can do that. Like, that's not unique content. Like, anybody who is a songwriter can listen to a song and talk about structure, talk about, like, sounds they hear, talk about musical progressions. Like, that's not unique to K-pop. You could do that for anything. Like, any musical thing. So, yeah, so if people want to hear that, that's fine. But, like, using K-pop as a way to get viewers, I don't know, like, to me, K-pop fans get screwed already by the companies by how much they have to pay for stuff. And now you got the producers trying to make money off the fans. Like, that's oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm for the people. But I'm also not for the people because I'm for myself and MZMC. But shout outs to people. Oh, I was being sarcastic. No. I know. I feel like you're feeding me information for me to talk about, like, for the rest of the people. You're a modest person. I don't know if you're comfortable with your words. You're warm. I don't know if I'm modest. I don't know if I'm modest, but I am comfortable with what I say. And if someone wants to, here's the other thing too. Anything I've ever said on this live, no matter how much, like, controversy it creates, I've never backed down. Not that backing down is a bad thing, but it's because everything I say, I feel like it's not that big of a deal what I say. And some people take it as a big deal, but it's not really. I'm just one person, one opinion. And if someone wants to debate me, I'm totally fine debating, but like it's not just, there are a lot of YouTubers nowadays that are doing the same. Yeah, there's just a lot of people like they're using K-pop for clicks. And again, I get it's K-pop is not the only thing that people are using for clicks. Like that's the world we live in these days. You need to have the viral content, and you react to things and all that stuff. I get why it exists, but if you are someone who is a producer or songwriter specifically, and you've written and you are talking about K-pop, I would like you to at least be a little bit more knowledgeable about the depth of K-pop. Anybody can do the surface level shit. Anyone can talk about, like I said, song structure. Like, that's not that unique to K-pop. So if you're going to come around and say, I'm a hit K-pop producer and I'm going to talk about K-pop, then know some shit about K-pop. Sorry. And by the way, I'm talking about someone specific, but also in general. There's a lot of these, like, dropping demos and, like, they do so much K-pop clout chasing by producers nowadays, which is funny because I get accused of that all the time. Like, MGMC is such a clout chaser. And it's just like, no, it's just, I've lived in Korea for 9 years. I have over 200 K-pop songs. My company has some of the biggest hits of all time, like, in K-pop. I've worked with almost every company. I started at JYP, went to SM, worked with Kakao, worked with Kang Daniel, worked with CIX, C9, Epic. Like, now we're working in China. Like, I've done so much that I think that I can talk about it. And everybody else talks about it like they fucking are experts. How old am I? I'm so old. I'm like grandpa. Guess my age. Whoever guesses my age right, I will shout them out. I will shout out their thing. Tempo is love. What do you think of plagiarism? Well, plagiarism is a weird word to use because it's just so hard. There's inspiration. Like, if you have a spectrum and plagiarism's here and inspiration is here, and then there's all this in between, it's so hard to figure out where things are, right? Plagiarism is outright copying exactly the same. And then there's stuff that's, it's very close. There's stuff that I'm pretty sure they use that as a reference. And then there's stuff that's like, it feels like it, but it's completely different. So that would be over here. So it's so hard to judge that. And don't get me wrong, there's times when I get so frustrated that things are too close to this side. But sometimes you're in that middle part, and it's part of music. Oh my God, someone said 43, 35, 40. I'm going to cry. 37. I'm going to quit my live. I'm quitting the live now. You guys think I'm so old. 36, 42. Are you guys my aunties? Are you guys my haters? 37. Someone said 4. I'll take 4. Oh my God, I can't believe that I'm 30. Okay, someone said 30. I'll take that. But that's not it. 35, 32. Now we're in the 30s. 25. Still, you know what's funny is so many, 29. No one has said the right one. 30, nope. 29, nope. You look so young. Oh, now people are saying I'm young. 31. I was getting 40. Someone said 47. Am I really 47? Look, 47. Wow. Still, no one has guessed it. 28, 36. This is crazy. 29. It's like the one number that no one said. 27. No. That now you're getting too young. I'm not that young. When I got to Korea, I was 24. 35, 21. Man, this number, I think everybody who's watching this live is allergic to my age because nobody said the number. It's literally, you've said every other number. 26, 23. No, it's too low. I'm not 20 anymore. I've been in Korea 9 years. 32, 90. 33. Professor _ AKA _ Josu. You got it right. 33. And Sing Me a Lullaby. 33. All right, everyone's saying 33 now. Yep. Aisle 19. Epi Norden got 33. Yeah. All right. I'm 33 years old. 35 in Korea, if that matters. Someone said 47. Oh, 36. I'm getting so sad. Do I really look old? Oh my god. When I got to Korea, I was so young. I was so young. I was first. Oh, okay. Mob dot underscore dot ina. If you said 33 and I didn't. This is 76, 33. Wow, let's get married then. Now everybody's putting 33. F.B. Norton, same age as you. Shout out to 33-year-olds. Oh. We all said every number. 35 is old? I mean, not really, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not. But if you think about it, not to get morbid, let's see. Average male lifespan. So the average male lifespan is 7 in the United States, and I live in Korea, but I'm from the United States. 76 years old. So if I'm 35, I'm almost halfway done living, which is crazy. What have you been nowadays? Well, let's see. Working at, we did the Daniel album. Shout out to Kong Daniel. That album was really good. Check it out. We're working on, like I said, we have CIX next month, The Boys next month, an artist named 9-1, rapper from China next month. We did a song last month for a group called Rise from China. Yeah, working on a lot of stuff. Korea cares so much about age. Yes, they do, and that's probably why I focus so much on age. It's already 2 a.m. there. Go to sleep. I know, but I'm not tired. I don't know. Let's talk about something interesting. You look like 40 years. You have like 40 years. That's a lot. Oh, I have 40 more years. Yeah, but it's almost halfway. I'm going to give a listen to Kong Daniel's album. Yes, we did the entire Yellow album. Plus we did Outer Space, which was a special song released after the album. And we also did most of the Magenta album, which was his album before. Rapper from China. Her name is 9-1. Nineone. August lineup comeback is crazy. Yeah, it is kind of crazy, actually. You look too young. Here is 10:07. Where is here? Any other hidden songs for EXO that you prefer for them? There's so much stuff that, like, actually, all right. Why not? I'm in a good mood. So let's pull up some interesting. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Sorry, give me, like, I know this is really boring, you guys just staring at me clicking on my computer, but I'm trying to find something interesting for you guys. But it's back in like 2015 or 2016. So Camp Reels. Just so you can see more about how, like, if I'm gonna do a whole rant about how, like, people should, if you're a producer of K-pop or whatever, you should give, like, real true information, then I should practice what I preach and I should give some true information. So let me see if I can find, I know there's an email I'm looking for from like years ago. Let me see if I can find it. It's like I found it the other day, and oh, so, well, here's the thing. Well, I still look for it, but one of, I bet you guys can't guess the first song ever that got placed for EXO. The very first song that from the MZMC team that ever got placed for EXO. You probably won't guess it. And then it didn't come out for years after it got placed. And we actually had the very first song we got placed for EXO was, I remember when we made it, we were so excited. And then it didn't come out for like 2 or 3 years after we made it. But then we had other EXO songs that came out in between. But the very first... Here we go. Here we go. Oh, sorry. I found an email. This is crazy. I don't even remember this. So some stuff just is so... Oh, sorry. Oh, Tempo, Artificial Love. No, but Artificial Love was one of the first EXO songs that we made, but it wasn't the first one. Going Crazy. No. Sweet Lies. Sweet Lies was made at the very first MZMC Song Camp in 2015. Shout out to Jeremy Jasper, who also wrote a bunch of other... He helped write Tempo and a bunch of other stuff. G-Soul, Korean artist, wrote it and produced by Joe Millionaire. That was the very first one. But when we made it, because it's very sexy and like slowed down, and that was like that was right after the Exodus album, so they didn't think that they were ready to do that sexy stuff yet. So it sat there until I think it came out in end of 2016 or 2017. I don't know. When did Sweet Lies come out? But yeah, we made it in early 2015. It's the very first song that we ever got cut for EXO. Where are these? Yeah, right here. From the song from your first camp, Sweet Lies, was projected to be cut for EXO for their full album to be released in May. But then it never came out for that. It came out like way later. But anyways. Yeah, Sweet Lies. Okay, yeah. So here's the email. I have the email right here, pulling it up. March 9th, 2016. We made it in 2015. And then it didn't come out until 2017. So it took 2.5 years for it to come out, which is crazy. Oh, okay. So I see a lot of comments like, "Oh, Chanyeol wrote the rap." So this is what usually happens. At least for idol music, we'll write the rap. We write like the melody and the rhythm and then in English, and then it'll be changed later, the Korean lyrics. So he did write the lyrics, but the Korean version. Yeah, so Sweet Lies literally was the first. I can pull it up right now, the song camp. All right, you want to hear it? Let's go. Let's take a journey. You want to take a journey down memory lane? Sorry, I'm in a happy mood right now. All right, the first song camp at SM. The first SM song camp we ever did. June. Oh, so many of these songs didn't come out. Wait, let's see. June 2015. We made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We made 9 songs at my very first MZMC song camp. Only 2 songs came out from that camp. The other songs didn't make it. One was Sweet Lies. And the other song, if you guys remember this, it's NCT's, I forgot what it's called, but the demo's called Give It To You. I think this is on their first or second album. I can't remember. So, 2 songs in the first camp. Then, so this was what was crazy. I forgot about that song. So the first song camp we ever did, June 2015. We made 9 songs. The only 2 that ever came out was Sweet Lies, and that didn't come out for 2.5 years after we made it. And then Give It To You, which came out for NCT, I think, on their first, second album. So that was my first camp, and I was terrified because we only got 2 songs out of 9, and I thought that was awful. I was like, oh my God, my career is over. They don't like our music. It's going to suck. They gave me a second camp. Luckily, for whatever reason, they said he can do 1 more camp. So we did 1 more. That camp we made 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, how many? 19 songs from that second camp. And look at the songs that came out from that camp. So first camp 2015, June 2015, only 2 songs, and then the very next one, let's see if you recognize any of these. Do you guys recognize this? Talk to me, don't tell me no. You're my kind of sweet. Such a good song. Come on, who knows this song? Drip Drop. That's not fair though. You know my catalog too well. So we made Drip Drop, Feel Good for Shiny, Rookie for Red Velvet, I Like It, which eventually came out for Henry in China, Onogajiman for Taemin, Reasons, Shiny. I forgot what the title was, but it came out for Shiny. Starlight for, oh man, this camp was crazy. Starlight, Taeyeon and Dean. That one for Henry. They Never Know for EXO. Another World for NCT. Artificial Love for EXO. Oh, this camp was crazy. Real Bad Boy for Red Velvet. 7 Cents for NCTU. And I Just Want to Dance for Tiffany. So pretty much almost every song from that camp. So my first camp was a fail, and the second one was so big that's just kind of how it got rolling at SM. So thank God for that second camp. Shout out to all the writers there. That was probably the greatest camp that we've ever had. 19 songs, I think 17 or 16 of them came out. Huge songs, some big hits from that camp. 2 number ones. Starlight went number 1, and Rookie went number 1. Real Bad Boy went number 2. 7 Cents is iconic. Artificial Love's iconic. A lot of iconic stuff from this camp. Pretty crazy. All right, I'll be right back. I'm almost out of time.